Hey yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and here we are with the point guards tier list. This actually completes all of the tier lists that we've done, but I'm going to put this forward. We just got a bunch of new Evos, and I'll talk to you guys about the new Evos that we have on this PG list and how it's going to affect, their standing. But what this does mean is all of the other tier lists that I've done now are a little bit inaccurate. So if you guys want to see just a video where I go through and show the true positions of all of the new Evo'd cards, I can definitely do that. But without further ado, we're going to finish this up. But yeah, if you guys want that, just let me know in the description, comments, all that sort of stuff. Everything great, you know what I mean. But the new Evos that we have on the point guards list, and this is going to be our longest tier list yet because we have like 66 cards. The other highest one was like 58. But the new Evos that we got was this Galaxy Opal Magic. He is up there. We got Opal LeBron, who got a bit of a boost right here. We got Galaxy Opal Kyrie, Galaxy Opal D Rose, Pink Diamond John Wall, Pink Diamond Nikola Jokic, Pink Diamond De'Aaron Fox, Diamond Jay Williams, and Diamond Michael Ray Richardson, and then last but not least, Diamond Jason Terry. So a lot of new Evos that are going to mix it up. Some of the other positions got a lot, and I mean a lot of new Evos, but we're going to start off with the Opal Magic, who was S+ tier before his Evo and is going to be S+ tier after his Evo. I'm not 100% sure what his are, but his Evo didn't really affect his standings very much. I mean, like, he's a 6'9" PG. I mean, like, he was always going to be S tier no matter what. Also, I forgot, this Opal Penny also got a boost. Like, I'm tripping. And with that, Opal Penny Hardaway got a massive boost, and I mean a massive boost. Like, him along with all of the other old token market cards got, like some serious boost. I did a video on David Robinson. I did a video on Dominique. They got some massive, and I mean massive boosts that move him up way up, and I definitely think he's an S+ tier card now. He's a 6'7" PG with some really good animations. Now with his range extended with quick draw, he can actually compete with the best of them, and I definitely think it's an awesome upgrade. Still think he needs a secondary position, but nonetheless is still amazing. Next, we have this Pink Diamond Ben Simmons. I think he's still solid A tier. I don't think he's, I guess, the most amazing card in the world, but I don't think that he is very bad. He still has a low, like, 72 shot 3 or something like that. It's really not the greatest. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the greatest, but it's still not bad. He's still 6'10" and he can play the PG position. So, I mean, if we're being honest, it could have been worse. So, next we have this Rajon Rondo. Now, if we're talking at Diamond, I think he's probably still a C tier card, but I think if we put him to Pink Diamond, he's a high B tier. He's a great card. He's a little bit outdated. Doesn't have as many, I guess, Hall of Fame badges as many of these other cards do, but he's still a great card, and I still think that he is one that is pretty amazing. You know what I mean? Next, we have Walt Frazier, who I was hoping was going to get one of the new Evos. I mean, Walt Frazier from his Pink Diamond to Galaxy would have been amazing, but he didn't get one. I still think he's an A tier card. He's got good size, 6'3" for the PG position, but I wish he got just a little bit, like, just a little bit more. It is what it is. Next we have this Pink Diamond not De'Aaron Fox, Pink Diamond Stephon Marbury, who actually is basically the exact same as Derrick Rose. All of his animations and everything are exactly the same. I love this Stephon Marbury card. I think he's absolutely amazing. For me personally, I have him in my A+ tier. That's just because, I mess with him, but others may see differently. Next, we have Pink Diamond Magic, who, because he's 6'9", purely still is in the A+ tier category. I don't think he is the greatest of cards, but, I mean, you can't knock a 6'9" PG. Like, any tall PG really is going to be amazing. Next, we have Tony Parker. He's a B tier card. I mean, I wish he was as good as I want him to be, but he's not. I mean, he really is not. I picked up Tony Parker with 750 tokens, and it so was not worth my time, and it actually kind of hurts. Next, we have Steve Nash. I think he's in the same, category as Tony Parker. He's like a slightly worse Walt Frazier, in my opinion. I know he has better shooting, but Walt Frazier is a lot better defense, so that's why I kind of have Walt above Steve Nash. I also prefer widely Walt Frazier's animations. I just think they work a lot better. They're a lot easier to green, and that's why I have them there. Next, we have Pink Diamond LeBron James, who again I think is still very solidly up in the A+ tier category. He's nothing, I think, amazing now, but he's still great. Again, you can't deny a PG that is his size. He's 6'8", literally is still amazing. Just has some slight, I guess, negatives that are hurting him, and the lack of, I mean, the outdatedness, I guess, of the card. But still not bad nonetheless. Next, we have this Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook. This is a card that I think I might catch a little bit of flack for. I think he is an A tier category card because I think his release is a little slow. For my PGs, I really want a quick release. I really want it to go crazy, but I'm not exactly sure that Westbrook can sit up there with the top PGs with a release that slow. Maybe on Hoff Quick Draw, because I think he has gold on this. It could be better, but he's still nothing crazy. Next, we have this Amethyst Reggie Jackson, who is a good card, nothing crazy. For budgetness, he's amazing, but I think in the general scope of things, he's good, just not exactly anything, I guess, crazy, but he's not bad. Next, we have Pink Diamond Galaxy Opal Stephen Curry, who great card, amazing shooter, can play better defense than you would expect, and he can kind of dunk a little bit too. He's a great card, but this year, Steph just doesn't have the cheesiness as everybody else, because everybody can shoot, everybody can do great. I think he is firmly in the A tier. I think he's a good card, but again, when everybody can shoot from deep, what's the point in Steph Curry? You know, that was his amazing thing back in like 2K16 and stuff when he was like super overpowered, was because he could do that, and now that he can't, you know, it's like, what's the point, really? Next, we have the Diamond Lonzo Ball, who actually is a pretty good card. Now, they did change Lonzo's release, so it's not as amazing as maybe you would want. I still think he's a low A tier card, because he's a 6'6" PG nonetheless. Still has great size and amazing, but there are some things that are holding him back. Next, we have Alex Caruso's Amethyst, which I think is down here in the B tier. I think is definitely better than this Reggie Jackson. He's got great animations. He can play great overall. It's just a little bit outdated. Obviously, he doesn't have the most Hall of Fame badges because he's an Amethyst. It makes sense, but you know, it is what it is. Next, we have this Pink Diamond Damian Lillard. When he first came out, was like an easy S tier, you know, kind of PG. He was amazing on offense. He can do everything, but I'm pretty sure he only has gold clamps, which when he first came out was okay. But now, only having gold clamps, I think, is very, very, like, negative. So I'm going to throw him into the B tier category, but above some of these other guys. And when I mean he only has gold clamps, I'm not saying he doesn't have Hoff. I'm saying he only has gold clamps. Like, that is his only defensive badge that he has. So that's it. Like, he's not really going to help you guys at all on the defense, which is a little tough. But, you know, not too bad. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Derrick Rose, easy S tier card. When it comes to, like, true PGs, like, guys that actually played the PG position, Derrick Rose is one of the top PG cards. I mean, like, how can you not love him? He's seriously insane. I love him. I only sold mine because, you know, I picked up the Zach LaVine, but this Derrick Rose is great after Evo because he has one of those. He gets even better, and even without it, I still had him S tier. He's a great, great, great card overall. Gotta love him. Next, we have Chris Paul, who is an amazing card with some great stats, but his size holds him below all of this. I mean, literally, if Chris Paul was maybe 3 to 5 inches taller, like 6'3 to 6'5", he would be a top tier card. But the fact that he's all the way down here, really, I mean, all the way down to like 6 foot, it really hurts him, and you just, yeah, there's not really much you can do, which sucks. Next, we have Pink Diamond Giannis. This is Pink Diamond. I mean, we all know he's S+ tier. Actually, I should have probably ordered these and how I would have them. I think this is so far what we're doing, but I mean, come on, how can you not have Giannis S+ tier? That's one we don't even really need to talk about. I mean, like, he's crazy. How could you not, you know, want him? Next, we have Pink Diamond John Wall, who is one of the cards that actually gets an Evo, and I do have this card picked up, so I can tell you kind of what he goes up in. Everything really mid-range, three-point, ball handle, pass accuracy, perimeter, lateral quickness, steal, defensive consistency, and strength are all ones that he goes up in. He gets, I think, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 new Hall of Fame badges and gold intimidator as well. I mean, he becomes insane getting Hall of Fame, range extender, hot zone hunter, and all this sort of stuff. And John Wall seriously becomes insane, and I think I definitely put him up there at his Galaxy Opal with Derrick Rose as some of the top tier PGs. Now his release is a little bit slower than other PGs, so that's why I have him below Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is really quick, gets it off, and chucks it. I mean, basically, like, it is out and good. So I definitely think that after all of this Evo, he is for sure up here. Next, we have the Diamond Michael Ray Richardson, who actually also got an Evo and moves up to a pink diamond. He also gets an 11 to his three-point shot, a 10 to his interior defense. He gets better speed, ball, and acceleration only by 1, and gets a bunch of new gold and Hall of Fame badges. He goes up to half quick draw. He gets range extender. He gets hot zone hunter, and a bunch of really good badges that I think he was lacking. And because of that, all of those boosts, he's 6'5", and he already has probably some of the best defense a PG can have. Personally, I probably would put him up into like a low S+ tier, but I think some people might hate it, so I'm gonna put him into A+ tier. I think that is very solid. That's me taking away a bit of my bias because I love the card already, so it wasn't fair for me to kind of throw him up. But I think he is an amazing card, and when it comes to defensive PGs, he is definitely one that you want to get. I'm probably gonna go do my Evo myself. It's 253s and 50 steals, real easy. Can knock that out. Next, we have the Pink Diamond Pistol Pete, who is a great card. I mean, really is a great card. He has just a nice release. He can shoot the ball well. He can, finish inside. Just offensively, one of the best cards, I guess, that you can pick up for pretty cheap. So I think solidly can, fit into the A tier. I don't know if he's still the greatest of cards anymore, because a lot of, new PGs that have come out, and we're all a little, I guess, iffy on it, but still not bad. Next, we have Pink Diamond De'Aaron Fox, who did get an Evo, I'm pretty sure up to Galaxy Opal, but I think I saw a brief little picture of what he goes up in, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. But personally, I really don't like De'Aaron Fox's jump shot animation. I just don't feel like it's very good. Like, that's just me. I personally am not a fan of it. I know some people that, love De'Aaron Fox's animations, that just think he's absolutely amazing. But for me personally, he's not amazing. I think after Evo, he still gets good. So I'm going to throw him into the A+ tier because I know other people, really like this card. And after Evo, I recognize that he'll probably be amazing. But personally, for me, he falls a little flat. Next, we have Galaxy Ben Simmons. Already had an Evo after 503s and becomes crazy S+ tier, 6'10" PG that can do what he can do. I mean, like, come on, you gotta have him up there. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Kyrie Irving. Also, one of the cards that did get an Evo on here. I had a picture of what he Evo'd up into, and I think it's something like getting better clamps and just better defense in general, which is something that he needed, but I'm trying to find it again while I'm here, but can't find it. So while I do that, we're gonna go over and talk about some other cards. First being Pink Diamond Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer Fredette is one of those cards that it's super fun, it's super nice to use him, but I mean, he's 6'2". He can really just shoot the ball well. Can still play some good defense. So for that reason, I think I'm probably gonna throw him pretty equal in A tier with a lot of the other cards, like Walt Frazier and stuff like that. He can shoot the ball well, he can play good defense, but that's really all he can do, really all he provides. I mean, he's really just a shooter. But I did find Kyrie Irving's boost. He goes up a little bit in all of his shooting, and then goes up pretty good in defense and gets some nice defensive badges like Pick Dodger and Lightning Replaces on Hoff. Gets Gold Trapper and Intimidator. So his jump shot still sucks. I mean, that's one thing. His jump shot still sucks. He has a big hitch in his shot, so even after I think those boosts aren't big enough to warrant knocking him up, I had him A tier, and I still have him A tier after the Evo. It just doesn't have enough to knock him up. Now, next we have a card who was probably one of my favorite in the game, Ruby Dante DiVincenzo. I love this card, and if we're talking about with his Evo with Mikal Bridges and he goes to Amethyst. I have this card as a budget card already as an S+ tier, but when he gets that dynamic duo, he literally is like S++ tier as a budget card. I absolutely love him. If we're looking into the general scope of things, I think at his Evo, he's an A tier card, but I think he's very solid in B tier. The reason I have him above cards like Reggie Jackson is because he has amazing animations. Reggie Jackson just kind of has slow and clunky animations that aren't very great, but he's still a really good card. I would love if some of you guys could go and try out this Dante DiVincenzo card because he's super underrated. Next, we have Galaxy Silver Oscar Robertson. Great animations, great defense, can do everything really. I have him S+ tier as well, equal with John Wall, Derrick Rose, of the sorts. The only thing that's really, you can kind of see that all of the S+ tier guards really are these super tall, super cheesy guys. I mean, it's really hard to equal out some of them, you know what I mean? They're too tall and too good. Next, we have this Galaxy Double Alex Caruso, who's actually a really good card. I think he's very solid A+ tier. His jump shot is amazing. It's super green light. It's just kind of slow, which hurts him a little bit, and that's why I have him A+ tier. If he had a bit of a faster jump shot, I think I'd throw him S tier easy, but you know, it is what it is. Next, we have Isaac Bonga, who is easy S+ tier. I mean, he's a 6'8" PG that can literally do everything. I don't know how he's only an Amethyst. I know some people who might even throw him S+ tier because of his budget factor, but personally, I'm still going to throw him S tier. I think all of these guys kind of have a bit of an advantage on him. He's basically like a version of the Penny Hardaway that you can just pick up, basically. Yeah, not a bad card at all. Next, we have Diamond Rex Chapman, who is a free card that you got from Triple Threat. Nice and easy, A tier. He can do everything, but just not the most amazing card. That's exactly how I feel with this D'Angelo Russell. I think his jump shot is too slow to warrant having him super far up on this list, but he still isn't a bad card. Yeah, that's really all I can say. You know, next we have Diamond Ron Harper, who defensively is probably one of the top tier, like in the terms of defense, I think he's probably S+ tier for defense. But when it comes to offense, he's probably down to like the B tier. Just doesn't provide the most, which I think is going to land him very firmly into our A tier. I have him above the likes of all of these guys because his defense is just so amazing, and I'm a big defensive guy, but that's just me. Next, we have the Diamond Eric Bledsoe. I think average card. He's 6'1". His animations are okay. They're not great, and I mean, he just really doesn't provide you too much. I'm gonna put him down here in the C tier. Yeah, not a bad card. Next, we're gonna talk about Delon Wright. Again, I actually kind of like this card, but I think he's B tier. I mean, he has good playmaking, good defense, good shooting, but no range. So, for my PGs, I think range really hurts them. Unless they have something, like having no range really hurts them unless they have something big to, I guess, offset that. For example, like Magic Johnson. Maybe this pink diamond doesn't have range. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. I think he does. But if he doesn't, for example, we'll say Magic Johnson doesn't have range, but he's 6'9" instead of 6'3". Massive offset. That way, you know, he can play amazing defense and clamp up that other PG if he was shorter with range. So that kind of helps him out. Ron Harper, I'm pretty sure does not have range, but his defense is so good that I'm okay with having him out there because of how good his defense is. So that's just a little example, I guess, that I'll put out. Next, we have Malcolm Brogdon. I think super solid in the A+ tier category. This Malcolm Brogdon has some of my favorite animations for a card. I mean, he can literally do everything actually really well, and he's super fun to use. Like a card that actually I would recommend picking up and just messing around out of the normal Spotlight Sims. He's super nice, super good. I would definitely pick him up. Next, we have Dejounte Murray. I'm going to throw him in D tier just because I feel like he doesn't really provide you with anything but defense. I mean, his jump shot animation and all that sort of stuff is just, like it's not bad, but it's not great, you know? Actually, no, I'm going to throw him C tier because there are cards in here that I think are actually, like, bad. And Dejounte Murray isn't bad, he's just not great. For example, one of those cards that I would say is bad is this Amethyst Ricky Rubio. No range. His jump shot animation sucks. His defense is okay. He's not a great card. He's not one that you want to pick up. If you're going to pick up a budget card, just get one of these free Spotlight Sim guys. They're even better than them. It's just not worth it. Next, we have Ty Jerome. Again, in the same category. I think Because he's 6'6", I think he's in the same category as all these guys, like the Spotlight Sim PGs. Like, they're good, just not great. But because he's 6'6", and I'm pretty sure he does have range, I'm gonna throw him up there. But he doesn't have the greatest of jump shots, so that's gonna hold him back a little bit. Next, we have Pink Diamond Richie Guerin, who actually offensively is amazing and still has a bit of defense. I think he only has gold clamps. If it is off, I apologize. But I think he's a great card. I'm going to throw him up here with the likes of like Kyrie and Steph Curry. Great card. He can play great defense if you need him to. I think he's slightly undersized at the PG. I think he's like 6'3", which is like, I guess, average, not undersized. I lied. But still a great card. And nonetheless, I think you can't even get him anymore, so it doesn't really matter too much. He was a free card off Triple Threat. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Luka Doncic, who I have easy S+ tier. I mean, Luka is amazing. His jump shot is so easy to green. He's got some great dribbling animations. Obviously, he can shoot the ball well. He can play some good defense, and he's 6'7" at PG. Like, you gotta love it. Like, you gotta love it, man. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Lonzo Ball, who obviously is just like the Diamond Lonzo Ball, but better. And I think this one has gold quick draw, and this one has half quick draw. And I think that this Lonzo Ball with the old 2K19 release is S+ tier. If he had the old 2K19 release, actually he'd probably be S+ tier. But I think with his new release this year, he's a solid A+ tier card. His defense is amazing. Obviously he's tall at 6'6", but his lack of that good 2K19 jump shot is obviously hurting him, and there's really nothing much he can do. Next, we have Galaxy Opal LeBron James. I mean, everybody knows that this LeBron is an S+ tier card. For his price, if we took value into account, we'd throw him D because he's like 2 mil MT. But stats, badges, everything, I mean, he's an S+ tier. The only thing that this card cannot do is shoot an open corner 3-point shot because his release like brings his feet past the line. But other than that, absolutely amazing. Next, we have this Galaxy Opal Draymond Green, who is also easy S+ tier. Actually, let me rearrange a little bit. I think this Draymond Green is getting a lot of flack lately just because it's Draymond, but he's a 6'7" PG with probably some of the best defense in the game. I actually picked him up, and I think I have him on my squad. I mean, oh wait, no, I sold him a few days ago, actually. But he's amazing. He plays some good defense. His release is a little slow, but he makes up for it with the fact that he can actually play some great defense and do some nice things. So, overall, pretty nice PG. Next, we have the Pink Diamond Nikola Jokic, who has an Evo to go up to Galaxy Opal. It takes a fucking grind to get up to this Nikola Jokic. I mean, it's like 50 triple-doubles along with some other stuff. So by the time you get those other things, I mean, by the time you get the triple-doubles, you'll have those other things done. But he's a 7-foot PG. After the Evo, which is what we're going to take into account, his Galaxy Opal, he's an amazing S+ tier card. I still think he's lower S+ tier because he's still not the fastest. He gets a bit of a boost in speed, and defense and all that sort of stuff. But, I mean, as a 7-foot PG, you can't knock it. And also, if you run him at center, too, he's pretty nice. But obviously, we can't take that into account. Because if we took into account, I think he's still a pretty nice center. Could probably throw him S+ tier for his, combo factor. But as a normal PG, he's definitely only S. Next, we have the Pink Diamond John Morant, who I actually think is a pretty nice card. But he is very, very outdated. So I'm probably going to throw him in with the likes of the A tier. I think he's an amazing card, but he's outdated in terms of, Hoff badges. So, that has to be it. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Trae Young. I'm going to throw him B tier. If you know how to use him and you know how to use Trae Young very effectively, he can be an S+ feeling tier card on offense for you, but his defense being 6'1" is just so bad. And I think you can get away really well with him in Triple Threat, but I think in Unlimited, with how people have been playing a lot of off-ball, you're really going to get your shit sent when you're using Trae Young, and I don't feel like he's worth it, especially not for like 100k. You're much better off picking up somebody like Alex Caruso. What wage is he? He's there. He's free. Or even Isaac Bonga. Isaac Bonga's cheaper than all of these guys, and he's definitely worth picking up, if I'm being honest. Next, we have Lance Stevenson, who I'm going to throw into A tier category because they changed his release from his Amethyst to his Pink Diamond for whatever reason. But if they had kept that one, this card would be some of people's favorites and would easily be like S tier. But they changed his jump shot, and it just ain't it. And there's no point in it, honestly. Next, we have Gus Williams. He's a great card, has some really good defense, but he's only 6'2", and he has no range, so I cannot throw him any higher than the B tier. No range and only 6'2" at PG just ain't it. Next, we have the Pink Diamond Fred Brown, who I'm pretty sure is just a really good shooter. Can drive a little bit and play some decent defense, so I'm again going to throw him B tier. Both of these were free, I think, off Triple Threat. They're not great, not bad, decent cards. Next, we have Frank Ntilikina, who I'm pretty sure is like 6'6", so he's got really good size. He does not have range, but he has amazing defense. I think he's like in the same category as Ron Harper. He's just a little bit worse. So good defense, nice size, but can't shoot the ball, I guess, the greatest, and doesn't have, I guess, the most amazing animations. Next, we have Gilbert Arenas, who personally I don't like. I have not liked any of the Gilbert Arenas cards because base 11 at PG for me personally, it's not very good. I think he's probably down to like A+ tier because I just don't like it, but I'll throw him S tier because I know a lot of people still like the card and they still think he's pretty amazing, so we'll throw him at S+ tier because he has potential if you use him correctly. I just personally don't think he's as amazing. Pink Diamond Derrick Rose is a toughie for me because I feel like because of all D-Rose animations and just his amazing offensive ability, he should go S+ tier, but I feel weird having two Derrick Roses in the S+ tier, so I'm gonna move him down to like high A+, but this Derrick Rose card is great, one of the better PGs you can get, especially for free, so I would definitely pick him up. Next, we got this Mike Bibby, Pink Diamond, great card, but only 6'1". He can do everything on the court really well, and I love Mike Bibby's jump shot usually, but again, he's only 6'1", so I'm going to throw him into the B tier category. He has potential to be great, but again, with a lot of these 6'1" PGs, it's just tough. Same with Tim Hardaway. I guess same with Kemba Walker. I think all of these cards are good. They're just not very, and Derek Fisher. They're kind of short. They have good animations. They have potential to be great, but they just, they're just lacking in the height category, which hurts them. I mean, you guys can see the only short PGs, I guess, that I have above here is Chris Paul. Chris Paul is the only, I guess, under 6'3" guy, I guess 6'2" and 6 foot. There's the only two guys that are below that I have above the B tier category. It just hurts him a lot. Next, we have Fat Lever. I'm throwing him in the D tier category. I've seen some gameplays with this Fat Lever card. He has some of the worst animations I have ever seen out of any card, and he just doesn't have the greatest stats to back it up either. He's just not a great card, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Next, we have the Steph Curry. I'm still going to throw him A tier. I think he's just a slightly worse version of this Galaxy Opal, and he's free, so like, yeah, I think he's a lot better than all of these guys just because he's a little bit taller and can play just as equal defense. And with this year, height really matters. So those extra 2 inches at PG may not seem like they matter, but they do, I promise you. And I honestly, if I'm being real, I think the only one of these cards that I would use would probably be Kemba Walker, maybe Derek Fisher, but we'll have to see. Next, we have the Pink Diamond Dennis Schroeder, who is actually a really quality card, and I think if he had range, he would be amazing, but I'm pretty sure they didn't give the Dennis Schroeder like range, but he can do everything else like really well, but not having range, and he's only 6'1", which also, as I think a lot of you guys know, being 6'1" and how I've ranked a lot of this list will knock people down quite a bit. So no range, being 6'1", I think that lands you in the B tier category. He can still do a lot of other things really well. He's just obviously not being able to shoot from deep at the PG position is a little tough. Next, we have Devontae Graham, who is like the opposite of Dennis Schroeder. He can shoot the ball like lights out and can still play a little bit of defense. I think he is a high B tier. He's like a slightly worse version of Trae Young. I mean, he's not a bad card at all. I love this Devontae Graham. I think he has a Trey Burke base, which is like one of the most money bases in the game. It's so nice. It's so clean. Wish we could have him like at 6'7", be great. Next, we have Chauncey Billups. Well, I'm pretty sure he's 6'3". Great defense, great animations, great overall. I think a solid A tier category card. If he was 6'5", we could easily move him up to A+. I mean, he's nasty. He's so good. But now we're getting into some of the tough cards to rank. Darnell Armstrong's only 6 foot, but he can do everything else pretty well. We'll throw him B. Scott Skiles has some great dribbling animations, probably some of the most saucy ones in the game. Can shoot the ball well, can play some good defense, and probably one of the best playmakers in the game. but he's still B tier category. Well, maybe we'll throw him in mid. Nate Archibald is one of those cards that I want to love, but again, he's a short card, but he has all the same stats as these guys, has some more Hall of Fame badges. I'm going to throw him low A tier category. I still think he's great. And then a card that I might catch some slack for, but this Steve Francis for me is S tier. Steve Francis probably has some of the sauciest animations. He has some of the best shooting animations in the game. I love his jump shot. It's so clean. It's so easy to get off. And he's got some of the best playmaking badges, and I mean, not playmaking badges, playmaking animations in the game. And yeah, this is what my final, I guess, tier list is looking like. Again, if you guys want to see me recreate some of the older tier lists that I have, taking into account the new Evos, like basically I'll make the tier list that I already had, and then take the new Evos that we got and move them up and down as I see fit. Most of them are probably going to move up, for being honest. It's either going to be stay sitting or move up, but we'll have to see. Like the video, guys did enjoy. Comment down below how you think I did on my tier list and what you guys personally would change. I know this is a really hard one to judge, especially because we have 66 cards in here, but I think I did a pretty decent job. So if you guys are new, we are on that road to 5.3K. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.